So what I'm doing is I'm making this face parallel to this face. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Using a fly cut that we made up. As you can see, at the moment it's not parallel because it's only cut in there and it's not cut in there, there or there. I've got to be careful I don't run into anything.
Is it better than the surface grinder?
No, not necessarily. The surface grinder do a neater job.
Oh really?
Sometimes when you're skimming ahead, you don't want such a fine surface.
Oh really?
You want maybe slightly coarser. Just about them clean up. Perfect.
Nice.
Now we know when we bolt the starter onto that, it's going to be parallel with the ring gear.
So we got her all in the centre, have we, John?
No, that face was just night and day.
Oh, right, so you did it?
Yeah, done.
Oh, with the big monster.
Yeah, with the fly cutter.
Oh, you turned that on a thing, have you, John?
Yeah. See what you think. I reckon we're...
That looks good to me.
It's hard to tell, actually.
I'll tell you what, we do need a light. No, that was going a bit, John.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Perfect.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what were you doing there? Just
We used to rotate in that, which has got a cam action because we haven't machined it in the middle. So as you turn it, it moves it.
yeah.
So you're confident, yeah?
Well, let me have one more look.
If I turn the starter slightly,
Well, yeah, try it.
like that, can you see any movement in the gear?
Yeah, just a little bit. Perfect. I'd say it's perfect.
Right, so about there then.
See, so John's marked it, look. See? Just there.
Yeah.
Right, now if you look at this, you'll see that that's not in the middle.
Yeah.
So as
it
you
wasn't-
turn it, you
Yeah.
can adjust it nicely.
It
And
was
as
just-
it happens, John, you've got it on the maximum in.
Yeah.
So we can hear this start up today.
Well,
Tell you what,
it could easily happen, couldn't
it's
it?
a case of bolt, 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 bolt.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be good if we could do it, Trip Tip, because that would end that thing completely, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
we could actually.
And then we could say, you know, you've heard it run, and the next thing we'll put it on the stand. Well, then we could leave it for a couple of weeks and then start doing some of these other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is it. We fit the start motor. Hopefully, come down here. That's in the right place. And it's going backwards, so it should work.
Back out now. See if you can pull the gear out. Oh yeah, turn it a bit. One more. Yeah, right, yeah.
Lovely.
This is going to be the big thing now. Where's the jumpers, John?
I think they're in the room, aren't they? You.
Really, we want that in it, don't we? Because I think also I'm going to say, at some stage, I'll say, listen, like the wash start.
There's his Instagram there.
All right.
You might get a load of new customers and
Well, what I'm going to say is I'm going to say, listen, when we go on about these things, we don't get no money from anybody.
Yeah.
We got enough money to do what we're doing. So when we say to you we're using these people, we really are using these people.
Yeah, exactly.
And they ain't giving us a starter motor, because I wouldn't expect them to. But if anybody ever gives us anything, and it's a good thing, then, you know,
Thank you very much.
thank you very much. But, you know, if it ain't a good thing, we're going to say.
Yeah. Honest reviews.
Yeah. So before you.
Wait, hold on. Can we? Do you reckon we could get it so the gearbox is like here, so that I can go stand there and get a good clip of it?
You'll be wanting makeup next.
My nephew,
That's
he
it.
said, our nephew said that.
That's it. That's perfect.
He said, who does your makeup then, Ives? Nuts on
I
that.
hope it doesn't shake itself to.
Nah. The crank fails instantly.
Yeah. Maybe we should wear goggles.
Well, it ain't going to start yet because we haven't got a coil on or anything. We can do that after lunch though, can't we?
Yeah.
Just want to hear the start and see how it's either going to be really noisy or
No,
not.
yeah.
Yeah.
It might go, woo, 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 woo. And
Yeah.
if it does, that'd be lovely.
But
Positive, negative, I didn't know what to do, John.
there. There. Yeah. Right, so when you touch that wire onto the red now, that should go chunk and
Let's just unscrew that, John, and let's see.
That was quite good, wasn't it?
Perfect.
Alright, go on then. Yeah, I can see the oil coming.
Yeah, look at that, look, lovely.
Yeah.
Right, so, after lunch, we'll stick the coil on, and I'll just give it a slight puff, and it'll go, "Ugh,"
Yeah.
and then we'll know that we're on a winner, won't we? Right, well, being grouchers, we can't wait to put it on a stand and do it all properly. So being ruffians, we got to try and hear it something, and that'll spur us on to the next bit. So providing it don't drive itself off the surface table and crash over there. But I've got to be really careful because it's full throttle, you see, there's no butterfly. So what I'm doing is, you know the man who races the rocket car in, you know, they go up the drag strip. What they do, they just put enough fuel in it to do it.
Yeah.
And because the bloke can't turn it off because he's going so quick.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bit like this. I've got to guess the amount just that it runs, but don't go mad.
Jeez.
See what it's doing, it's coil robbing.
Yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Because when you let off, it started.
Yeah.
But it works, doesn't it?
What we could do is a separate battery.
Yeah.
Don't know why it does that. Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, it's coil robbing, isn't it?
Yeah.
The minute you let off there, it started. What we need is another battery to do the coil. Boom!
What have we got?
See, what happened there was I was squirting it, and he was turning it over, nothing. But then when he let off, all the current then went to the coil, and it started. It's called coil robbing.
So what's making it do that? Just the
Well, I
battery?
don't know. I don't know, but, you know. if we had another battery just to connect up the coil to, that would tell us, you know.
It's pulling the bolts down, probably, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is any good, this one, is it?
Well, we'll give it a try, is the answer, isn't it?
I'll try for that one. Oh, that's off your old car, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know the trouble, don't you? Because it's on full throttle.
Yeah.
It's not going to do it.
Yeah, what about putting a bit of tape over there?
Oh, that's a good idea.
No.
No.
Well, it's up to you.
Well,
I
what
was
can
just
it
thinking of it sucking it in.
do? Nah,
Put it over, then we put a hole in the middle.
we've got,
Yeah, it wouldn't be good if it sucked it in, would it?
that ain't gonna suck it in. Hang on. What do you reckon, John?
That's it. That's tick over. Aperture, innit?
Yeah, it's trying to start flat out. Good enough, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get a carburetor on it, really, don't we?
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, we want to get it on a stand, don't
Well, at
we?
least we know it's gonna go.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think it might go.
I mean, that's a bit of fun for a video, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, you know. Fire on both cylinders.
She warm?
You'd be a bit stuffed if you lost the cylinder on that, wouldn't you? Don't have one left.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's just a fantastic result myself, don't you?
Yeah. I think it's good.
The unique Mini. You imagine when we can go brum.
Yeah, I really want to hear it like idling,
Yeah.
and you really get an idea of the sound. I don't think it sounds well. It's hard to tell from that, isn't
Yeah.
it? Really.
Yeah. 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 So what we need to do is, I'll tell you what we've got to do. Get on the internet now and order them and that.
Yeah, that's a good shout, isn't it?
And we get them. Then next week, if we decide we want to put it on a stand, we can do it.
There's a bit under there.
Yeah, didn't get too worried about that.
No, fair enough.
Well, that's pretty good.
You know, you could make it super glossy, but
No, we don't want to do that. No, it just wants to
fill
look.
them up with green paint. With
It all wants to look like it comes from one place, doesn't it? No, that's good.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed with that. 2-cylinder mini engine.
It is cool.
Mind, it ain't run yet, but it nearly run.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes with engines though, you can pop and bang them forever, can't you? And they won't run.
yeah.
But
I'm confident that we put
Yeah.
carburettor on that and put it on petrol,
Yeah.
that'll run.
yeah, I'll say we're in with a good chance.
Wow. Good stuff.
What we're doing here, we're making a stand to put the engine on. But we haven't got the actual rubber mountings, but we've ordered those on eBay. And when we get them, obviously we'll be able to finalise them. But the main thing is getting something we can push about, because we don't want to be lumber with this in the middle of the workshop. I've found a radiator, which come off of an Austin Healey Sprite. So all the stuff is the usual thing, in the shed, bit of angle left over from a job, bit of box section left over from a job. So we haven't actually had to order anything apart from the rubber mountings. So far it's looking good. And I don't know where I got these, but I had an absolute box of these. So again, they must have just been given to me or come from somewhere, because I certainly never paid any money for them. But we always think these are a nuisance because they never go the way you want them to go. The locks never seem to work, but it's all we got, so we're going to use it. We'll have to put up with the aggravation. The starter motor is done. Mr. Wasp looked after us like a diamond. And that's it really. So the next thing will be getting the rubber mountings, and we'll be able to finalise the thing, and well, we're getting very, very close.
Turn the end, yeah, just turn it on.
Oh yeah, sorry, and that never occurred to me. Oh, that'll do. That's about where it was, isn't it?
Yeah, that'll work perfect, mate.
Yeah, and then we just come up there with something, bit of bangle on there, and away you go.
Yeah, bit on there, bit on. So really, a couple of bits off of that to do for holding the rad on.
Yeah, I reckon.
Right,
Let's get the rad and hold it up. I think right on the end there's going to be perfection. And it'll have it's easy to mount, and it'll have all the bits in the right place.
Yeah.
That bit, mind you, that engine could go lower, couldn't it?
Well,
mind you, you've got
that cross member I've put in here,
can easily be moved if we had to.
you know, we could sort of put another one in and go like that.
Well, cut that one out, it ain't hard, is it? It's our old story, you have to have a start, don't you?
Yeah.
But that starter motor's a bit of a thing,
Yeah, well if that was like
square.
square, that'd be alright. Might have to put that off to one side a
So
bit.
perhaps what we ought to do is to try and sort a fan out.
Yeah, we need a fan, don't we, for
And
sure.
then we'll know what we got there, won't we?
Yeah, because this might not end up in the middle.
Tell you what we want, is that
Tell you what,
stand with
sorry.
someone.
Oh, exactly that. What we got. It's too low.
Well, this is what we were talking about, the fan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We need the fan to get the centre.
Yeah. Some longer bolts.
I'm not getting any good angles here. I'm going to be running about like a demented raccoon again.
A demented raccoon.
You should come in with your eyes painted black.
But we wouldn't imagine we tried setting a tripod up here. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
People think it's
that's
possible.
nonsense, that is.
We wouldn't be able to do anything.
Does look good in green, though,
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
it?
100%.
That's quite good, really, because really, I think we want to, we don't want it all covered in cowling, do we? I want to be able to see the engine. We'll have to go down into the stores and see whether we've got a bottom hose. Of all the millions of hoses that I've collected over the years.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get a thing of you playing the piano at some stage, you realise that, don't you?
They'll be like, I don't know why I'm watching Ivan build bloody
when we've got this
engines.
star.
Oh, the raccoon can play a piano.
Yeah, I thought we ought to do that, didn't we? We ought to say, by the way, we thought we'd show you the raccoon playing the piano.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that'd be good. Right, John, that one off of that up now, don't we see? Yeah, see, that's got to go down, 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 hasn't it?
Unless we put it right in like there.
Yeah, but even then it's not good, is it? Because it wants to match up with that. That's where it wants to be, like that. And the bottom hose would work then, because that's obviously where it is, and that's nice being forward like that.
I tell you what, I'm reckoning this engine stand might be better the other way round.
Yes, I think you're right.
I think we're
We're fighting that unnecessarily.
Oh yeah. See, I never thought of that. Can do. Sits on the bottom, doesn't it?
Don't have to go all the way up, does it? We'll do it 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, 2 bits of 30. We can grind that off if we feel like it, can't we? Now we've got down little bits of angle, haven't we? So I'll connect that up, shall I?
You could cut a door off with that, couldn't you? Like,
Or a safe.
yeah.
Door on a safe. Because you can go through the metal, then through the brick and through the other bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, you know those thermic lances when they just push them through concrete?
Yeah.
The bloke who invented that was a safe cracker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and if he'd have just patented that, he'd have earned more money than what he did breaking into safes.
Yeah.
What it is, it's a load of bits of metal in a tube, put loads of thin bits of metal in the tube, and you send oxygen down it, and then you light it, you know, the setup, and then you just have loads of oxygen. So what it's doing, it's actually burning those bits of thing, and it produces a load of heat. You literally push it through concrete.
No, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder should we drill the holes and put it on the rag and then just weld it onto the thing at the end?
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. Otherwise we've got to try and fucking drill the holes when it's on.
Yeah. We ain't clever, are we?
We're not clever.
Oh, how was that for saying out back? And you did it. Yeah. Very good. Anyway, keep in touch, mate. Send me emails. Listen, I'm 80 years old, I forget things. But, you know, send me emails.
That's right. Not too high at the back.
Absolutely beautiful. If you get those at the wrong angle, it's not going to tip over, is it? Because that's what that did, didn't it?
No, I think it'd be alright. They're quite wide, aren't they?
But that was the problem with that.
Top heavy, wasn't it?
We'll give that a try though, but we put the battery load down, can't we?
Yeah.
What we do, we use that battery, you know, the big one. As we say, well, that's the battery. Make it so it's easy to remove and put back on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to have to think about starting it. Somewhere to put a petrol tank.
Petrol tank's going to have to be up here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to have to be higher, the petrol tank. And what else? We could have a temperature gauge, couldn't we?
Temperature gauge.
oil pressure
Oil
gauge,
pressure gauge,
starter,
start button, yeah, we got them, we got all that. So
what's we call it? Battery down on the floor to keep the weight down to help balance it. 2 arms that come out like that with hydraulic lifts that go down.
yeah. What levelling jacks? Wouldn't it be funny? Pull up to one in Meeks where they got the big Spitfire engine, and you pull up this,
Yeah.
put it next to it,
Yeah.
coat it off.
It's like my idea of going to the Ace Cap on the Italian night
Yeah.
on the Laverda.
Yeah.
And have all the gear on. You have all the gear,
Oh,
with
you
all
have
the
a full black leather suit on.
leather suit, you know, with all the stickers
Helmet, gloves,
and the
boots.
56 club on this side and everything. Pretend I'm an old rocker.
Yeah, you have to have the boots with the socks tucked over the outside.
No, you had the wellies with the top turned
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
The
yeah.
wellies with the top turned down.
Is that what they've done?
And all I need then is a lovely girlfriend with tattoos all over and I'll correct it.
Yeah.
That's where we fall down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's looking good though.
That really has brought the number out on
Yeah,
that.
look at that.
You can. I didn't even notice that before.
Like that, when we
think
have
that's
this
a
on,
casting
yeah, hang
number
on,
or
let's
something.
put that up because we could be on, well, we could send it all
That would look good with the little dashboard thing there, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause bear in mind, see, the mount's going to be up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I mean, we can cover that
So we can
dry,
go right round
no
it.
problem at all. I'll tell you what we could do here, just a thought, we could have it going like that and have the silencer up there.
Could do.
We could get one of them, what they call them, cherry bomb,
Yeah.
up like that, and then it sends it away from where you're standing, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's good. That's true.
Yeah, we could do that.
He's a proper demented raccoon now.
We'll have to mention that,
Not
won't
only
we?
demented, he's now half blind. We'll probably get out for safety down here.
Right, see, this the other people read the comments, they don't know what word about.
Oh, sorry. Oh, remember?
What we ought to do is look at that woman's name, really, we could say, you know, by the way, Sally, the raccoon's got a touch of archives now, so he can't even see what he's doing.
Yeah. Stay away from the light.
Tell you what, if it was any worse than what I had, then it would not be good. And I know that was hardly anything. It only lasted a few
What
hours.
was I going to say?
Do you want to come here and just explain what's happening with where the battery and the pump's going and how you decided to put the dashboard on that
Well,
side?
we could make quite a good thing of that, because what I was going to say is we were going to put it here, but we decided that when it blows up, we didn't want it to go through John.
Yeah.
Right, if you remember, we said that we ought to do something about the starter motor, because if we were going to have one that came in from the back, we couldn't expect to get it in a day. Anyway, we went to see Mr. Wasp, and we took the gearbox, and we took the flywheel, because obviously you want to know how many teeth it's got, because this obviously has to have the right gear on it. Anyway, we got there, we showed it to him, and he went, hang on a minute, and he went upstairs in the premises, and he came back down in about, well, I don't know, 10 minutes, and he had the starter motor, which obviously, I don't know whether it was easy, but he certainly had a starter motor. It goes the other way, because obviously if it goes this way, it goes one way. If it comes in that way, it has to go the other way. Anyway, the starter motor goes the other way, and then this little bit of metal here is like a blank that fitted on, and he gave us the blank, so we turned that down to fit in there. Now the reason, somebody else said we should make this oil filter remote and put the starter motor in the original place. But if you come here, there's no chance. You'd have to cut that casting off, because it goes all in, there's a big lump of iron in there. So we couldn't do that, we had to do that. But as it happens, it's turned out a real success. Now, so far we've made this frame up. Again, we haven't bought anything. All this stuff is just bits left over from other jobs and what have you. The radiator came off of I've got a little frog-eyed Sprite, which I decided I ought to do sprints and hill climbs in, because I've got something obviously wrong with me. You know, I can't avoid thinking about going racing, which I ain't probably going to do. But anyway, when we built the car, we thought, well, we've got to make it as light as possible. And the aluminium radiators are so cheap, so we bought an aluminium radiator for it. We'll show you that probably. So that's off the Sprite. That's off out of the mini bits I've got, because I've got quite a few old mini bits. So that's the fan. Now we've ordered on eBay the rubber mounting that goes on there. There's like a big lump of rubber, and we'll have to make a thing up to hold it with 2 bolts. So that's that. And then we've got the front engine mountings, which will get mounted onto there. So then we thought, well, we've got to have a thing that work in the various bits and pieces, and we were going to put it, and then I suddenly thought, well, hang on, John, if this all goes wrong, goes bang, catches fire, we don't really want to be right in the middle of it. So what we've done, we're going to put a dashboard here. We're going to have a dashboard here, so that, you know, we can work the throttle, rev it up, press the starter. I thought we'd put a temperature gauge on it, just to make sure it didn't overheat. So we're going to have a temperature gauge, a few switches, and we're going to stand here to start it. And then we thought of having a gravity-fed petrol tank. And then we thought, well, hang on a minute, if it all goes wrong, you've got to keep switching it on and off here, if it's gravity. And if it all suddenly went wrong and the rod come out the side and hit this and it all caught fire, wouldn't be very good. So we've ditched that idea. We're going to have an SU pump, which I'll go and get. We bought this pump to put on my nephew's submarine talker, because it's got a mechanical pump and he leaves it for a week and then it won't start. So I bought a new pump. So we're going to put that here somewhere, and then we'll have a can of petrol, which will be over there or miles away. So if it all goes wrong, we just switch the pump off and hopefully stem the fire. So that's how we're going to do that. The battery that goes in there is the battery off of our tractor, which we use to top in the field. So, you know, we didn't buy a battery, there's no point. And it's easy to take it off of there and put it back on the tractor. So that's how that's going to be. And that's it really. This is as far as we've got. But it's good fun, you know. We've managed to find some hose. We've got an old box of hoses. Again, when I go to Bewley, I usually buy a few hoses and throw them in a box. And so that's that. I'm now making the bit that goes on here that has the hose going to there. We're not going to put a thermostat in it at the moment, because I don't think that we're getting carried away here, you know. Let's just get it running, that'd be lovely. So really, the biggest problem we've got at the moment, we've ordered these engine mountings on eBay, and we're now waiting for them to come. When they come, we can mount it solid, and then we're on it then. So in the meantime, we're trying to do all the jobs that we can do, so that hopefully we'll start it up soon. Because I know there's a few people dying to hear it run, but who knows?
As are we.
As are we, yeah. I mean, we want to hear it run. After doing all this work, if it don't run, we're going to look really stupid, aren't we? But anyway, listen, we can take it. We can take it. And that's it, really. So old John's been MIG welding like mad. And our cameraman didn't know about archives. And mind you, I did keep an eye on him, and as far as I can say, he never looked at it once. But he obviously did, because his eyes were a bit sore last night. But luckily, he's only had a very small dose. So not only have we got a mad raccoon running around with a camera, he's blind now. So I don't know the lady or whoever said the raccoon. Was it a lady? I can't remember.
I don't know.
But whoever said he's a raccoon, I can tell you now the raccoon has been suffering a bit for his art.